You ever heard of reselling the sizzle? Steak companies do it all the time. I'm talking about steak restaurants and so do hamburger joints, right? They got to resell the sizzle. That means you're selling the same product. It's steak, but you say, ooh, we sizzle it this way, or we sizzle it that way. We marinate it this way, or we cook it that way, you know? And they do this all the time. This is how they resell the sizzle, repackage the same brand, right? And burger joints do it all the time. Remember back in the day, and they do it every now and then, come out with the Western burger at Jack in the Box, right? The Western burger. What was that? It was cheddar cheese. It's got an onion ring, bacon, and we top it. The piece de la resistance is the mesquite barbecue sauce, which makes it a Western burger. And then they put Jack in the Box in a little cowboy suit and have him out there and like wrangling a burger or a cow or something. You know what I mean? That's how they repackage. That's how they resell the sizzle. You understand? They got to re-sizzle the sale or they got to resell the sizzle. You know what I'm saying? It's just a play on words, right? They also used to do this with my Transformers. You look over here, I got my Transformers. These are all masterpieces. But as opposed to Hollywood, because Hollywood repackages and has been repackaging up a lot of stuff and a lot of mess lately. And along with Hollywood is that damn Disney. Now, as opposed to my Transformers over here, we've gone from terribly horrible stuff to where I was 6 or 7 years old and I could see them reselling the sizzle to me because I had Starscream, the original one, and he sucked. His legs didn't move, everything sucked. And then I remember they came out with Thundercracker, and I was like, I gotta have Thundercracker, and I saw him at my friend's house, and I'm like, dude, it's the same thing. He had like detachable wings, his legs didn't move, his arms just came out, and you flipped his head around. And I saw it at a young age. I was like, dude, they just repainted him, and that's all they did. Starscream was red, white, and blue. Thundercracker was purple and black. And I didn't fault for it because back in those days, you can just go to a Walmart, Target. They weren't around like that. No, you had to go to Toys R Us to get the good Transformers, and maybe you find a Bumblebee at a convenience store. It wasn't a convenience store; it'd be like a drugstore, like a Save-On or a Thrifties. And every now and then you go to Kmart, and they might have something. You got to stash the damn thing and hope your mom would buy it for you. But before you left the store, you had to convince, you had to beg, borrow, and plead, and talk about you wash dishes. That's what I had to do. But being a child from 1986. In watching the original movie, they came out with all these Transformers right here, right? And I saw them repackage it. But what did they do? And I knew as a kid, they're going to repackage these one day and they're going to make them perfect. And they got smart. So they went to the 1986 movie that I loved. And now I will buy these things. And they said, we got a target here because they have all these third party, which just means other than Hasbro and Takara Takame, whatever their name is, other than Hasbro, who have the license to print these things, they had third party, they had competition. And with that competition, they said, well, they're making money. And so they decided to start making 1986 and 1980 original ones, but calling them masterpieces, what you see right here, over here on my desk right here, right? And difference between 7-year-old Mikey and 8-year-old Mikey is I'm 43 now, and there's a bunch of us, and we got money. I don't even go to stores anymore. I just order them on eBay. I do a little bit of research, and boom, I get my favorite ones, right? And with this being said, being a child of the 80s and the 90s, I got to see the original Little Mermaid, which is a classic, all right? They knocked it out the park. Hollywood used to knock it out the park. And I saw the original Top Gun, and I haven't seen the new Top Gun that came out in 2021 or 2022 because I already knew what it was going to be. Some more, slap the paint on them, resell the sizzle. Okay, this is Hollywood's problem right now. I could tell you what Top Gun is about. I didn't see it. It's going to be about Tom Cruise, the maverick that can't conform. He has to always be a rebel, and he has some type of mystic spell that he has to break in order to accomplish his goals. And there's Goose is going to be in there somehow, some way, some shape, some form. And then Iceman's got to make some type of cameo, but he's fat. Val Kilmer's fat, so maybe he dies. I don't know. Maybe he's an instructor or something. And then finally, Tom Cruise, after the whole team and the little crew that he's with, because he was probably specially recruited, he rolls up with his motorcycle and his leather jacket, and he's supposed to do something, but he can't conform, and he's having problems from the past, and he's having mental problems, but then he overcomes it because they have like this group thing where they all like some kind of group sport, and they all high five, and they could come up with high fives, and then at the very end of the movie, they overcome whatever obstacle that was laid out that seemed like they couldn't do it, but they did. They all pulled together because Maverick snapped out of whatever he was in, and then they did it, and they all high-fived each other while they played the song, and then the sunset came down, and Tom Cruise was the man. That's how the movie went, right? Yeah, that's how it went. That's how it is. Just another regurgitated movie. The last movie I went to go see was Gemini Man with Will Smith. And I can understand why he's smacking comedians because his acting career is taking a dump. Yeah, he won the Oscar. Who's watching the Oscars and the Grammys? Who cares anymore? Who's watching Hollywood and Netflix? You're in a nosedive, ladies and gentlemen. That's why Will Smith is out there smacking Chris Rock upside the head. Black on black violence, by the way. So let's move forward to Disney, who is a part of Hollywood. What have they decided to do recently? Oh, repaint and resell the sizzle of The Little Mermaid. Okay, first of all, Ariel is not the star of that movie. We all know who it was. It was the black Jamaican crab. That's right, he was black. Don't come to me and act like there wasn't no black characters up in The Little Mermaid. Nah, homeboy was cooler than the other side of the pillow. Remember when he was doing the song, he was like, under the water, the fish don't stink, or whatever song that was. Remember, he had everything. He had the chorus going. He had the whole ocean going. He was like, under the water, the fish don't stink. He got so lost, he lost Ariel. And then you wonder why he freaked out. Do you know why he always freaked out when he lost Ariel? Because every time in that movie, when she was left alone, she almost died. Every time. And another time she got left alone, what did she do? She went to a voodoo witch doctor and started working with mystic, crazy ass voodoo magic. Ariel does not do well in life, okay? She makes horrible life decisions, okay? Poseidon didn't want to deal with her, okay? So he put the crab in charge, but the crab was too busy because he was smoking on that good ganja, man, and he was doing underwater the fish don't stink, underwater the fish don't stink, and then Ariel slipped off. Next thing you know, she's working with mystic magic voodoo powers and stuff. She's falling in love. She can't control her emotions. Ariel is a damn train wreck. So now they're making a big stink that they redid the movie, Re-sell the Sizzle. It's the same movie, but they decided, just like they did with Starscream and Thundercracker back in the day, put a coat of paint on Ariel and then ship out the same garbage, just like they did to Aladdin with Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith. You see where his movie career has gone? And just like they did with, I think, Mulan, okay? Just let him rest. Let a sleeping dog rest. No, they got to keep kicking it and kicking it and kicking it. But the thing that I hate, the thing that I'm talking about this is because there's always this underlying theme with Disney. I just did the Miley Cyrus Link to the Cabal and showed you how they have to have this underlying theme of racism and LGBTQ something. It's always a way to divide. And then today I had to sit there. I was on my phone today and I was just chilling all day and I was just messing around, commenting on stuff. Finally feel like commenting again after the last 2 years of commenting 10 hours a day on everything. So I started to, and all I could see was them putting two little black kids, excuse me, not colored. But yeah, they were all like little black kids and they were, which I'm just telling the truth. They were like two little black kids, and they had girls come out of it, and they're like, look at this thing. And they're like, oh my God, Ariel's black. Oh my God, oh my God. How divisive is that? How divisive is that? How much divisiveness does that bring? Now you got the white, the black, the da-da-da-da-da, and for them, it doesn't matter. Just like the Western burger at Jack in the Box, they've already got this thing. They already know how this thing goes. They're just going to resell the sizzle. You see what they're doing? But there's an underlying tone of racism, right? I wasn't the one to say, hey, put two little black kids on the couch and pull her out of her room and go look. I had to watch like 5 or 6 of these things. I didn't see no white people's reaction. All I saw was black people's reaction and light-skinned people. And by the way, the chick that they picked, she got the same color skin as Obama, because that's about the whitest black man I ever seen. But with that being said, now you can see the cabal and how they're sliding in division into our kids' bedroom. Just like I said, in the Miley Cyrus Link to the Cabal, and I saw in the Miley Cyrus card reading that they're using them to sneak into your bedroom and then shove sexualism, over-sexualism, and racism. Now you can see it. It's an agenda. When I did her card reading, I pulled the Ten of Swords. That is letting me know they know what they are doing. And I just got to say, the real stars of that mermaid movie was the little crab, and it was the evil villain. Ariel couldn't be left alone. She had to be rescued by 2 men, her dad and that other dude. And the first man that she ran into, what did she want to do? Knock them boots. So she went to the voodoo doctor to get rid of them fins and go get it in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Rewatch that movie as an adult. And you know what? Rewatch the original Top Gun as the adult and see all the LGBTQ innuendos, and not really LGBTQ, more of this the G innuendos. Becomes a different movie, just like The Little Mermaid. Sorry, I'm the guy that 7 years old telling you that Santa Claus ain't real and the Tooth Fairy ain't real. Well, guess what? The Little Mermaid, I don't care if she's white, black, Filipino. I don't care if she's black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. I don't care if she's Fife Dog from the Zulu Nation. The fact that they are pointing it out is showing me the cabal and the agenda to divide us all. So until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, the great one, Mikey Romero, will be calling it out like I see it, whether it be card readings or whether it be through the media. I sees it all. And if I gotta be the man to tell you that Santa Claus ain't real, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Santa Claus ain't real, and Disney is behind the veil of the cabal. With that being said, peace out. Until next time.